Hi there, friends. What is going on? My name is Rabbit, and thanks for joining me for episode 24 of Let's Play Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth. In our previous episode, we made it to Quelled, and somewhat unfortunately, no, I take that back. Wholly unfortunately, the inhabitants here, or at least the guards themselves, didn't want to believe that we were here for good. I guess they've just had a lot of terrible things happening lately, so they were incredibly defensive, and we tested their faith to just trust that we came with a purpose, and we had an actual sealed document saying like, hey, these people are representing Nightweld and they're here for the purpose of good, but the guards just weren't having it. So unfortunately, as already was stated, we were forced to, wipe them out. It's kind of sad. Faz is feeling it, and we can see their corpses just lining the streets. But to be fair, they were the ones who initiated the conflict by wanting to fight us. So I don't think really there was much that we could have done. Either way, let's see what transpires as a result of this. So Faz says aloud, why? Why did it turn out this way? This makes us no different from Valame. To Gerald, we're nothing but invaders. What should I do? So, again, we have two options. I think I am going to personally choose, because I honestly don't know what difference this would make. I think I'm going to send a messenger. We're not Valame. We don't want meaningless bloodshed. Let's send a messenger to King Zelston and request an audience. It's probably what we should have done in the first place. Milos. Who the fuck is Milos? This person doesn't work for me. I need you to do me a favor. Can you go to Tuss, the capital of Gerald, and tell King Zelston that we would like to request an audience with him to apologize for the incident at Quelled? What's interesting about this, though, is if all of us were met with so much disdain and distrust, how is one person going to be allowed access to a visitation with the king? That doesn't seem to make sense, but whatever. And make sure you give this note to him. Be careful, but make haste. If I was Milos, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing this. I just saw what happened when you guys made it to Quelled, and you want me to run to some random place and possibly be beheaded? I don't think so. But, maybe I'm just not a good soldier. Hey, he made it back alive, though. Faz, I've returned. I'm glad you made it back. So, how did it go? Did we just camp out here and use all the people's shit? Move a couple of bodies, don't want them making the place look bad. It's all about presentation, friends. All about presentation. A messenger of King Zelston is here with me. Please listen to what he has to say. Glutton? I don't know. Did your parents not love you? That's a bit too close to glutton, my friend. Greetings. My name is Glutton. I have come today as a messenger of King Zelston. I'm Faz of Nightweld. We're very sorry that we injured your men. Oh, we didn't kill them. We just fucked them up. Okay, that makes me feel better. Has King Zelston forgiven us for our actions? Our King Zelston is an open-hearted man. He said that there must have been a misunderstanding between our armies. He asked me to tell you that the injured soldiers will be given enough time to recuperate along with monetary compensation. So there's nothing for you to worry about. Oh, well, that's good. I greatly appreciate his kindness. By the way, were we granted an audience by the king? About that matter, an unidentified unit was found in the vicinity of the Temple of Water. It is said that the unit was led by a man skilled in the use of spear. Limeray? Our king cannot take the risk of that unit attacking the capital while he is away. Therefore, he would like you to come to the castle in Tuss. Spear? Nah, it can't be. I see. Then we will prepare ourselves and head for Tuss. Faz, if I may add, Gerald is famous for its rich ore beds. All of the weapons and armor sold are of exceptional quality. That's what I've heard. And among them, the weapons made by Chroma are known to be the best. Chroma is a weaponsmith who resides in Hephaestus' tower, which isn't too far from Quelled, but she hasn't been seen for quite some time. Moreover, people say that she only makes weapons for those she deems worthy. That is why Hephaestus' tower has become a proving ground for warriors seeking Chroma's weapons. If you think you're up to it, you may want to challenge the tower. Aw, Faz's face! That portrait is adorable. Chroma the weaponsmith. The Geraldite guards have been informed, so you shouldn't have any more problems reaching Tuss. But there is a gang of bandits that is active in this area. Please be careful. Now, please excuse me. I must be going. So I guess instead of a tower of trial, we'll have Hephaestus' tower. But chapter 3, enter Jacqueline. I actually have always liked the name Jacqueline. I work with a lady. I think she's a physical therapy assistant. Her name is Jackie. So this is Hephaestus' tower, which I guess we can head to. It's probably going to be exactly the same as the tower of trial. Oh my God, we've got so many places to see. Well, first order of business, let's check out, since we are in chapter 3, we should have access to some new stuff. Yep, there we go. I guess my prediction is correct. With each chapter, we get new weapons. But we have most of these. So I don't think any of these are improvements upon. Yeah, nope. None of these are going to be super good, but we can check out the armor, I guess, which I could use one more mithril coat. There's a chance we could get one as a drop, but I will just go ahead and buy one. We've got an extra bronze mail that I'll go ahead and tap into. And yeah, items, I don't even know why they have consumables in this game. They've been pretty useless. Like, I think at the very beginning, I was using some of the healing fruits, but once you've got coins down, there's just not a reason for it. I really need to upgrade Faz's sword. This has been a long time coming. He needs something better. I've seen some much better swords. So we'll think on that. We'll think on that. But anyway, so you can be upgraded to bronze mail. And yeah, you guys can actually see what I meant, how this will increase not only her weight, quite significantly actually, but her movement cost as well. It does bring up a lot of her defense, but God, you gotta wonder, is it worth having so much weight? I don't know. It's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably okay, but So from our last fight, we got the bronze mail as well as, I thought someone else needed a mithril coat. Oh, okay. It was you, Irma. This one I think is going to be a good change. So we'll go ahead and put that on her. We did get a new coin. So let's just to check it out. It might not be that bad, technically. But I don't know. It's not going to be worth it to put it on anyone right now. That's for sure. It just has a ways to go. This is going to need to be spruced up a little bit before I think it will hold true value for us. And I'm just not in the headspace to deal with that right now. But what we can do is head to the temple. I don't think everyone in my party is level 20 yet, so we can't even really look at the recruits. Or at least we can't look at them in the way that I'd like to. Alright, so we got another point towards Zenith. So CF success plus 10%. This is really only useful, though, if she is utilizing, like, poison or one of the coins that... Okay, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So some of the coins that do status effects, instead of them having... Oh, Romleth is the only one who's level 19. Oh my gosh, he's the only thing holding us back. That drives me a little bit crazy. But we should be able to fix that in the Tower of Hephaestus, or Hephaestus' Tower, whatever it's called. But what I'm wanting to show you guys is there are some coins. So the status... Oh, I just want to look at it. The status stealing one, so not depin. Huh. None of these... There should be one that actually has like a success. Oh, SR. What am I doing, guys? It's like actually on here. So you can see how it's blocked out on something like Cure, right? There's no success rate that needs to be attributed to this because there's not like a percentile-based likelihood that the effect is going to take place. If you're casting Cure, you're curing your party. That would be way, way fucking triggering if they did that for other things. Like, there's a chance that your cure will fail when you cast it on. Yeah, I would definitely be pissed off if that was the case. But fortunately, it's not. So offensive coins or offensive spells, sort of like their potency is kind of what you need to look at. So how effective is that cure going to be? Or how effective is that Blista or Zephyr going to be? But when it comes to these, they don't really have potency because it doesn't matter. You're not dealing like a raw amount of damage. Like Depin doesn't damage someone, but there is a chance that it's not actually going to pin the opponents to the ground. So success rate is kind of like the potency of the offensive, or I guess the healing spells, except it's for the status dealing spells, if you will. I think Relight, yeah. So the ones that remove status effects aren't affected by success rate or potency, which also makes sense because why would you do that? If you're trying to remove blindness, like I feel like that would also be bullshit if there was a chance that it would be unsuccessful, because what a fucking waste of your turn, and there's really no point, in my opinion, in that case, to even utilize the coin. You could just bring an item that instantly removes that status effect. So just wanted to highlight that because I think it is something worth noting. The success rate and potency not applicable when it comes to status relief coins. Regular coins that do offensive damage or healing damage are impacted by potency. That's what really bears the weight of what impact they're going to have. And then success rate is what bears the weight of the impact that the status dealing coins will have. So, took a little bit for me to wrap my head around it while trying to explain it. You guys know, I don't take notes. We do one take around here. So I think where that kind of leaves us, just so that this episode, again, I feel like we'll have one video that's like 40 minutes and then we'll have one that's like 25, then down to 15. So we'll just, we'll keep that going just to spare you guys too much going on. I guess what I can do, I'm so agitated that fucking Ramleth is level 19, because if he was 20, we would be able to check out level 20 recruits. But yeah, now we're just forced to kind of look at the level 15s, which is fine. Vivaldi, I see you still chilling. We don't need anybody, but it's a little annoying, when you see that one person holding you behind. Again, it brings back full circle what I've said a couple episodes ago, that I think if you've got extra just recruits hanging around like with Happy, just let them go, because you're not spending the time to level them up, and they're just going to hurt you kind of in the long run, which I think is what most people do, and why very few people realize that the recruits technically scale with the level of your party in those increments of 5. But either way, friends, that's it for explanations. That's it for my little side rambles. I guess what is going to happen when we resume in episode number 25, the events of Hoshigami ruining Blue Earth, we're just going to go straight to Hephaestus' tower. I'll take you guys through probably one floor just so that we can see what it's like. I'm going to call it right now that it's probably going to feel very much like a Tower of Trial. So if that's the case, I'll show you guys maybe one floor. We'll just talk about nonsense or whatever. We'll see how it goes. And I will either cut the camera or just have that be an isolated episode. And then in the video that follows those events, we will come back together at the peak of the tower when I either need to fight Hephaestus or talk to her, buy from her, whatever it's going to make us do in order to get the good equipment and the good weapons. So maybe us hoarding all this cash is going to prove to be a useful strategy early on in the game, because I felt like we had an overabundance and truly a gluttonous excess of cash. But hey, I don't know how much our weapons are going to cost, so maybe that wasn't such a bad thing after all. But that's it from me, friends. Thank you so very much for joining me for episode 23 of Let's Play Hoshigami Ruin. Oh, 23. What am I talking about? This is 24. I can't even count. Thanks for joining me for episode 24 of Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in episode 25, where, as already described, we'll be heading into Hephaestus' tower. So I'll see you there, everybody.